What's up, guys? I'm Alan Branch from Project 49, and today I want to take a couple of minutes and help you with meal plans that will help you lose weight and help you understand the difference between all of the different meal plan options that are out there. So no matter what you're doing, some type of franchise plan, some type of plan that's limited to days, something that makes you count points, all meal plans are a trick. They're all a trick, not that that's a bad thing, but they're all a trick to make you either get underneath your calories by tracking a certain number or limiting a certain number of foods. And some places do that, like for points or scoring on what you eat. Or it's like a high protein, completely no carbohydrate type plan. And each one in its own way tricks you. Again, not that that's bad, but it tricks you into eating less calories. So when you reach that caloric deficit, you start to lose weight. The problem is these plans are many times just not sustainable, and they don't take into account one very important thing, and that is simply that protein needs to be the focus of a plan. And the reason for that is your body needs it. Your muscle is your largest organ. It's an endocrine organ. It's responsible for your metabolism, not just locomotion and how you look in a t-shirt. It helps you burn glucose. It's got many functions that you need. And if you're over 35, you start gradually declining in lean muscle mass, and you've got to keep it up. So the way to do that, you've got to consume the right amount of protein. And of course, you should be strength training as well. But what I want to go over is give you the tips that we use with our clients in Project 49. And we cater toward an audience of people over age 35 who want to eat smart, maintain their muscle, get stronger, and not injure themselves. So the first rule I would tell you to follow is become protein focused. And what does that mean? Well, we strongly recommend about 30 grams of high quality protein minimum per meal. So most people should eat 2 meals a day, maybe 3. If you're on intermittent fasting, which is what we recommend, our people are on 2 meals a day. If you need a little extra, you can. But you got to get a minimum of 30 grams. So during that window of time eating, if you're not getting a minimum of 30 to 50 grams of protein and then a snack that also has the same, there's no way you can get to a recommended 1 gram per pound of body weight. You've got to be consuming protein, and it has to be your focus. Your stomach's only going to hold so much food. So if you're on a protein-focused plan, you don't have a lot of room for a lot of junk food. So of course, we strongly recommend vegetables and greens and all of that you can possibly eat. But the idea is without the protein, you're not going to achieve protein synthesis. You're not going to gain any lean muscle. So even if you're losing weight, if part of that is body fat, but another part of that is your lean muscle mass, then you're not really winning on that deal. So people will sometimes come to me and say, well, I lost, 40 pounds walking around my neighborhood. I'm like, okay, well, I'm great. I'm happy that you're up and you're moving. Congratulations. But if that's how you lost the weight, you probably half of that was lean muscle. So now you just slowed your metabolism down. So you need to eat even less to continue to lose weight. And that skin is now hanging and you're not having the energy level. It's just a lose-lose scenario. So by maintaining the right amount of protein and then, of course, adding in strength training, then you're going to be able to build that metabolism so that you're burning more calories when you're not in the gym. And that's a big part of that. So rule number 1 is become protein focused. Rule number 2 is cut out whites. So what does that mean? That means that I cut out white rice, pasta, flour, sugar, and potatoes. Before you panic, there's so many other foods that you can eat that taste actually better, are higher in nutrients, they're lower in carbs, and they're just better for you. So you don't need them. You don't need the rice, the pasta, the flour, the sugar, and potatoes. You don't need it. What I tell people is if you think you would eat a plain potato, you don't get to butter it up, salt it up, sour cream it up, a plain potato. Most people really wouldn't care. If you had plain rice without loading it down with salt or gravy or whatever it is you put on, you probably wouldn't eat that much of it because it's just not that good. Fry it, then you like it. So these are foods that we don't necessarily like the food. We like the things that go on it and the textures. So you replace that with a protein focused diet and an unlimited array of all of the vegetables that you can possibly eat. Now, while you're eating those vegetables, you got to keep in mind that you're still on this protein threshold that you're trying to meet, because you've got to get about 1 gram per pound of protein daily to maintain your lean muscle mass. So, wow, if I'm 120 pounds, that's 120 grams. I'm 200 pounds, 200 grams of protein a day. That's a lot of protein. So we typically will supplement with a proper amino acid like Perfect Amino. The description of that's down below, but our focus is going to be on the food. So we're going protein focused and we're cutting whites out of the diet. Here's what that helps us achieve with our clients. Basically, the goal is to create a caloric deficit while maintaining a protein threshold without reaching a nutrient deficiency. So that's the framework of our plan. So how much food can I eat? How much do I need to eat? And if I eat that food, will I get enough protein? Will I stay under a proper calorie range? And will I get the right nutrients that my body needs? Because you need the food. So that's what we do with Project 49. And those are two of our key rules that we use when laying out a meal plan. So if you follow that, and then you add a proper strength training program to it, then you're getting the best of both worlds, because your focus is on protein when you eat, helping you maintain your muscle, and strength training, helping you build your lean muscle. And then you're going to come out of that a lot stronger, looking a lot better, feeling a lot better, and being a heck of a lot healthier. Hey, listen, if you've ever wanted to have a coach to lay out a program for you, especially if you're over age 35 and you like to have somebody that knows what it's like to train people and get great results for them in a safe way without hurting your body, and giving you a meal plan where you get to eat great food on a forever plan that you don't just do for a limited amount of time or that you can't sustain, then check us out at the link. It's myproject49.com. Hey, it's great talking to you. Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel if you're watching us on YouTube, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.